champion Dennis Stevens of Natick, Massachusetts faces the challenge of Ed Czernicki of Webster, Massachusetts on Candlepin Bowling. Hi, everybody. Welcome once again to Candlepin Bowling. I'm Don Gillis, here to remind you this program is on videotape. We do our taping here at the Fairway in Natick, Massachusetts, sometimes several weeks before you actually see the telecast here. It is always 3 strings of Candlepin Bowling, total pinfall determining our winner. Now, he is rewarded with a handsome trophy from the Ace Trophy Company of Boston. The runner-up receives a smaller but otherwise identical version, indicating he was a participant. You see that our trophies today are surrounded by just a tiny portion of the display of Christmas that is here at Fairway every year. It'll be all over, and people come from all over to see it, too. That's just a small sample of it. Now, we have guaranteed prize money of $1,150. $700 goes to the winner, $300 goes to the runner-up, $50 to the winner of each string. If they tie a string, they split that at $25 apiece. This is a $50 gift certificate from True Value hardware stores and home centers. That will go to our marksman of the day, the bowler with the most marks. Now, let's meet today's bowlers, shall we? All right, Mr. Czernicki. You have been away much too long.
I guess. It's been a long time. It feels good.
You know, your mother's been here, your brother's been here, yep. And here you are, the man with the highest single string that's ever been bowled in the history of this. Do you realize we're in our 30th year?
Oh, God. No, I didn't.
How about that, huh?
It feels good.
Oh, I bet it does, yeah. Well, we're glad to have you here, too. And Dennis, did I hear somebody in the background calling you Dino?
Yeah, that's
your nickname?
Yeah.
You want me to call you Dino?
Whatever you want, Don.
Well, no, don't give me too much latitude. Okay, listen, good luck to both of you, and we'll get underway right after this.
Candlepin
Bowling of Webster. It was on March 31st, 1979, when Ed Czernicki rolled his 197 string 11 marks in a row. And that is the program record to date. And he begins with a spare. Right now, he is sporting a 123 average. His high single is 200, high triple 465. On that particular day, with that 197, he rolled a 424. Nine drop and a single pin to pick up the 5-pin for 2 marks in a row. And the man he beat that day will never forget it because he rolled a 396, Jeff Atkins. Ooh. How about that? Wow, he comes back with that kind of a look on his face. Oh, was I ever lucky on that one. Now, our defending champion, Dennis Stevens. Oh, he almost made the 4 horsemen left side. The 7-pin still there. Dennis has a league average of 124. High single 195, high triple 464. He had a 649 in winning his roll-off. Twice on the left corner and on the right corner, he did not make the spare. The 7 wouldn't go in the first box, the 10 wouldn't go here. Remember, 3 marks in a row. Any combination of strikes or spares in the same string is worth $50 in bonus money, and after that's been established, each subsequent consecutive mark in that same string is worth $50 apiece. Let's see if he can get 3 in a row. Ed has 7 as the fill, and he's got this triangle made up of the 3, 5, and 6. He made it! So he begins with $50 in bonus money. Bonus. Well, if he's going to make this streak continue, he's going to have a tough spare leave here because he's got the diamond right to work on. And nope, didn't get it. Another win for the diamond. $50 in bonus money. Dennis Stevens. And our defending champion this time is faced with a strange array of pins. The 1, the 2, and then across the back, the picket fence. 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, he left the 7 pin in the first box. He left the 10 pin in the second box, and now he left both 7 and 10 in the third. Tantalizing piece of wood down there. So he leaves 7 and 10. And so far, it's been a down curve from 10, 9, 8. Well, it won't be 7, that's for sure. 1 pin to pick up. That's the 3 pin. All right, and he gets his first mark, and we also take our first check on the scoreboard, as we do after 4 boxes in the first and in the second. Right now, it's Ed Czernicki, our challenger, 62, our defending champion, Dennis Stevens, 37, with a bonus ball yet to be thrown. Ball in the 5th box of the first string. There were moments when he had a mark in each of the first 3 when one could not help but think about that day in March of 1979. On that day, it was a mark in every box. He had a spare in the, I can't recall at the moment whether it was a spare or a strike in the 10th box, but if it was a strike, then he converted with the 2. If it was a spare, then he struck. Anyway, it was 11 marks in a row, and no one has ever done that. Rosario Lecchiara had 10 in a row. But Ed had 11 in a row and rolling a 197. Yeah, made the diamond that time. So he's had a mark in 5 out of 6. Big average 123, as I said. Now Dennis Dino Stevens. All right, he's got the 7 and the 9. Got a piece of wood out front about where the number 1 would be. And another one perpendicular to it and to himself. Which is behind and a little bit towards the 9. He'll probably try to hit the right side of that piece of wood. He did, and hoped that he would get the 7, which he did, and then have the ball take the 9, but it didn't. Ed Czernicki's high single is 200 and high triple 465. He had a 681 in winning his roll-off. Dennis Stevens had a 649 in winning his. Well, if he's going to get 3 more in a row, it'll be interesting to see how he does it, because he has 7 and 10 split. 1 piece of wood up against the 10, another one a little bit this way. He's looking it over. What he'll try to do, if possible, is try to hit that first piece of wood over into the 7, if he can. Let's see. Oh, boy, he tried and made a good try, but it didn't Didn't quite reach the 7. Good pinning. 106 through 7, a fine opening string. Waiting for wood to settle down. That's always the delay. Here's our defending champion, Dennis Stevens. He's single and works for Pepsi-Cola. Made it. As Pepsi-Cola hit the spot. Boy, you know how old I am when I say that. Almost a strike, but a big 9-drop and a chance for $50 in bonus money. Yes, $50 in bonus money for Dennis Stevens. Ed Czernicki. Ed is married, father of 2. He's self-employed, obviously representing the Mohegan Bowlodrome in Webster, where his mother and brother John bowl. They're both here today. In fact, another one. In fact, just about everybody. His father Tony, mother Stacia, and John and his wife. One who's not here. Oh, baby, almost as... Is it... Look at it, it's tantalizing. Tantalizing, wouldn't go. How about that? Twice, he's pointing upstairs. Somebody upstairs is watching over me. Twice in the same string. Never mind in the same match. Seven more. He's shaking his head, as well he might. Fine, 152 opener. Now Dennis Stevens has 3 marks in a row. He can keep this going, but not that way. A punch-out, just 2. Half Worcester left. Nope, didn't quite go over to get the 4 and 7. His league average is 124, so he's on his way to doing better than that. Big hit, everything except the 6-pin. Spear in the 10th. Bottom mark. As he punches out the spread eagle. But it's a fine 130. So two good strings to begin. Ed laughing, I'm sure, at what happened to him and both of those spares that he missed, and then the ball came back and knocked him down. There it is at the end of one. Our challenger, Ed Czernicki, Webster, Massachusetts, 152. Our defending champion, Dennis Stevens, Natick, Massachusetts, 130. Leads it off, and he is Dennis Dino Stevens of Natick. Ooh, that looked like it was going to be possibly a strike, and he winds up with 7, 8, 9 across the back. They're still there. So he tried to use a piece of wood, but he didn't quite get it. 9. Boy, what a thin hit that was. Just 3. And the strange configuration where the 2-pin becomes 2-5 becomes the object of the trio. Got the 5 only. Now he still has 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Went for the trio on the right and leaves 3, so it's a 7 box. Not the way he wanted to start off the middle string. Ed Czernicki picked up $150 worth of bonus money. No, $100, excuse me. He had 7 marks, but only 3 of them were together, and he won the string. So that's 100. Dennis Stevens had 3 marks in a row for his $50 in bonus money. We had a hit last week in our home viewer jackpot, $900, so we've started all over again this week. What a shot! What a shot, but it didn't go. The 10 didn't go. A 10. Nope, 10-pin got hit by a piece of wood, but did not go down. It's been since 1981 since Ed Czernicki was on our show. Spare. Dennis Stevens, defending champion, comes up. Had a fine 130 opening string. Only to find these 22 pins down. 3, 5, 6, and 10. Five was the only one he was able to get. And the 3 that time, so it's an 8. Well, he began the first string with 10, 9, 8 and wound up with a 130, so he may very well have another. Yes, he got a strike. Strike in the 4th. All right, he's working on a spare. I mentioned all the rest of the family that were here to watch. One other member of the family is watching on television right now, I'm sure, at his home down in Narragansett area of Rhode Island, and that's Ed and John's big brother, Dan. wonder, is he a good candlepin bowler? Well, he's surrounded now by duck pins down in that area, but he was a fine candlepin bowler when he was younger and was on our junior bowling show. Then moved out to the West Coast for a while, out in I guess it was Seattle where he lived. But he's back this area again. Building a house, I understand. But I'm sure he's making sure he's near a television today to watch his other brother. He saw John earlier this year. Nine. And a strike. So each of our bowlers has a strike, and each has obviously 2 bonus balls to roll when we come back. In pins that are already down, the score is Czernicki 43 and Stevens 34. Bonus balls on his strike, our defending champion, Dennis Stevens of Natick. There's the first, and he gets a 6 drop. He's faced with 1, 6, 8, 10. Got a couple more, so it's 8. And for a 10, he will be working on the 6 and 10. As soon as that wood decides what it's going to do, I guess it's going to stay right over in that vicinity. So he gets just 1. So it's a 9 box. Al Giglio keeping score on that big scoreboard. Keith Williams keeping score beside me. Ralph Stewart, our lob line judge and referee. And his accustomed spot on the lob line. Good try by Dennis. Nice try. Don Riley is our statistician and coordinator, and Bill Rubin is our producer-director. Now let's see what Ed Czernicki can do in filling his strike. Ho, 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 so close. And we all know that 3 strikes in a row is worth an additional bonus of $1,000. He wants that wood to get out of the way. Tantalizing. Sure, it's going to stop right in the way, or it's a roadblock. Can he do it? Boy, he did that's about all you could do. It was a real roadblock. Now, so many times you see where the wood will help the bowler, but there are also times when it doesn't. Well, that makes up for one of those strikes, one of those spares that he had in the first. Nice. Oh, pretty spare that was. 3-7-10 with wood. Dennis Stevens. And our defending champion just held on to that one a fraction too long, and when he released it, his arm was out too far, so it went too far left. Boy, he darn near came back with a spare. Everything except the kingpin, the 5. $10. Oh, that hurts when you get the spread eagle. Your only consolation is the fact that you know you did what you're supposed to do. You hit the head pin. And right through the same spot again. Oh, baby. All but the 2-pin. Ed Czernicki coming to the line again. Ed did all of his appearances came between his first one in 1971 and his last one in 81 before coming back again here. Now he's going to have another piece of wood which is going to keep him perhaps from making a spare. Boy, this is going to be kind of tough. If he can drive that into the gutter and go through. Nope, it was a roadblock. So I guess he's even now. He had 2 in the first string, as you were watching, that he didn't expect to get and perhaps didn't deserve to get. And now he's had 2 that he could not get at because of roadblocks. Made his first appearance in defeating Bill Corwin back on August 14th, 1971. 10. $10.